fun. Learn together. 3VR gaming transform. It is your show. Come now join us. Subscribe. Come now. xsinick show. 3VR gaming chat fun. I am xsinick and I love you. It is your show. The xsinick show. Bringing our gaming chat fun. Let's run together. Bringing our gaming chat fun. I am xsinick and I love you. It is your show. Come and join us. Subscribe. Come now. The xsinick show. Bringing our gaming chat fun. I am xsinick and I love you. It is your show. Come now, join us, subscribe. Come now, the xsinick show. The xsinick show. Bringing our gaming chat fun. I am xsinick and I love you.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the show. It's Friday. Today is Friday. Today is a special day. We have a couple things, that we're gonna check out today. Well, one of the main things is that we have one of the members of our community, a good friend of mine called Spencer Magnuson. We did an epic showcase with him some time back. He develops plugins for Blender, and he has a new plugin that seems to be a lot of fun. I haven't tested it out, so we're going to do a live reaction to it. And and I'm going to react to it live, so you're going to see me, the actual Nick. I haven't been on camera for a little while, guys, as myself. I've been here as xsinick, the green bear, and of course, xnicky to the side. But Spencer and I, we're going to go through, some of the stuff that he's created, for Blender, and I think it's going to be fun. Also, I'm going to dive into continuing doing some game level, kind of reintroducing game level design here back on the stream. It's been a while, guys. I've been fiddling around with music and drawing and all kinds of different things, and it's fun to to vary things up a bit. But also, it's good to come back to 3D game design, right? That's what we're here for, and stuff like that. So I believe probably like in the next couple of minutes, and I'll get Spencer on here, and we will check that out. But in the meantime, let's take a look at some of the things that we should be working on here on the stream, which is like game assets, right, and stuff like that. So I did, as you know, some of the workflow that I do is 3D Code, Blender, and other 2D programs like the GIMP, like Critter, and some specialized programs. Or we also use Godot game engine, right? And for music, we use Linux Multimedia Studio. Recently, I've been using a little bit of AI here and there, well, a lot of it, because it's fun. But believe me, guys, I'm writing the stuff and I'm directing it, so it's not like it's just push of a button, nothing like that. But it's from me. Anyways, let's jump into firing Blender up, checking through some assets, and just kind of like check some stuff out, while Spencer is on his way. So without further ado, let's go. Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? So like the last stream that we did, we actually had someone come in and ask me about anime stuff, and I did a really rough drawing of of who was it? It's not Goku. You know, we did a rough drawing of I think it's Vegeta or whatever. And yeah, that was pretty interesting to kind of get into like that type of modeling with polygons. That was fun. And remembering things like polygon edge flow was a lot of fun too. So I believe Blender is on Blender 5, which I think is still in beta or alpha. Let's take a quick peek at that real quick. So if you use Blender or you're trying to get into Blender, please, you know, let me know the kind of things that you would like us to check out here on the channel. So before here on the channel / stream, we actually did, you know, a couple basic things like, you know, like doing teacups and a cabinet. I think we did some houses, and we even polygon modeled a face, you know, so we kind of, so I try to, you know, do a bunch of different things or whatever it is. So let's see what Blender is right now. Okay, so it's still, and yeah, so this is what we have. We have 4.5 long-term, yeah, long-term, the LTS, long-term service. Okay, is that what it is that what it, I know it's long-term, is it service? I think so. I like to say long-term release, but it's not a long-term release, it's, you know, anyways. Isn't this Sintel, this picture from Sintel? Okay, it's not, it's just someone else, but I remember Sintel had a dragon. So yeah, so apparently with the new release of Blender 5, I think they're getting closer to the everything nodes kind of banner that they had, you know, where they want to use everything as nodes. And there's another program, another 3D program out there that I like to touch from time to time. I don't know, I would like to learn more about it. It's called Houdini, and Houdini is a completely node-based system. And if you want to know what nodes are, I can show you really quick. So right here in Blender, there's different kinds of nodes. There's nodes for, let's go in here. So they have nodes for shading, right? So you have this room right here, and you could create anything like a Suzanne head or something like that. Let's do that real quick. So go in here, get a mesh, right? This is Suzanne, and you could come in here and make a material. So you could do material nodes in Blender. But other interesting nodes that they have is geometry nodes, right? So geometry nodes deals with geometry. Now I'm not very familiar with this one at all, but it allows you to do a lot of different kind of effects on geometry and manipulate geometry using these blocks right here. So let's see here if I could okay. So you could read meshes, you could write out meshes. Okay. But wait a minute. So like this is set up mesh normals. Yeah, so I mean there's a lot of things in here. I think we dealt with this maybe one time in a stream where I did something. I can't remember, but I haven't touched this part of it. And also another node based thing where nodes kind of like are more used would be compositing nodes. And what compositing nodes are in Blender is once you finish render an image, you could then come in and you could add extra effects on your image. Let's see here, add node. Yeah, you could add effects like different color effects, like mixing things. You could do masking. You know, there's a whole bunch of you could like, you know, you could come in here if you have an image once you finish render, right? And you could like color it and control the brightness and the contrast. So these are some of the nodes that Blender has. And even at one point, Blender also had a game engine which also had nodes. So I think they're trying to reach to a point where there's a lot more node-based workflows in Blender. I think also they're probably going to go into the animation section and add that stuff. I'm not sure if there's any animation nodes right now, but they may get into that. Okay, so let's see here. Let's open the last thing that we were looking at here. Don't save. let's dive into some game assets. Okay, so there's a lot of like pretty cool game assets in here. The Fallen, do I have that game asset in here? Let's take a look at this. Actually, it's going to Captain Matthias. Okay, so this was a head. Oh, okay. Okay, so this was being worked on. So there's other plugins where you could match up a base geometry to an image of a person. So there's plugins for that. Blender is full of different kinds of plugins that you could add in here. Let's take a look at the plugin section here in Blender. So this is add-ons, also known as add-ons. This is where you get add-ons, right? You can get extensions and stuff like that. But these are add-ons. So, oops. So, I believe that you know, they have Cycles render engine as an add-on in here. You have add-ons for exporting different geometry types, right? Like FBX GLTF, which is what I use for the game engine. And there's also screen cap keys add-on, utility add-ons, where you could I could have like all my shortcuts show up on the screen like this. Like if I use the mouse, if I use shift to rotate, stuff like that. Let's see if I can open a better model here. Let's check player one. Let's see what's the newest one that I have in here. Suit split. Okay, here we go. So we were getting into further developing here this suit here. And I know she's textured. Okay, so Blender's loading up the textures here. Ooh, I got some missing textures. It's fine. Maybe happened from when I organized the folder. If this ever happens to you, you just have to come here in Blender and go external data, go find missing files, and wherever you wanted to look for your files, you could just come in here and have it look like. I could come here in texture and just see, look for files, and it's gonna look for all those files there. Why is the face missing? Let's see if we could get that. See, external data, and you could also do a report so you could see. Okay. Head. You could see the name of the file that's missing. Let's go here. Let's external data. Let's find missing files again. I believe it may be here, because hold on. I could go to the topmost directory and just have it just look. Let's do a search here, characters. Oh, okay. I think I know where this might be. Find missing files? No. Just gonna go into the shading here. Let's take a quick peek. It's been a minute, guys. Give me a second. It's been a little bit, but we're getting there. that's why. Okay, let's see here. For a minute there, I was like, what? Okay, so this is a head. Okay, just have to search for that. No big deals. Sometimes that happens, right? Sometimes you might have a file and things break, and this is how you find them. You just have to go to your regular, hopefully you organize that. Let's go here. Okay, let's do a search. Yeah, there you go. Okay, work files. Okay, so there's some stuff I need to fix, so it's an export. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and get that. Find missing files. Yeah, it should be right here. There you go. Ooh. Man, look at all these names on here. Sometimes, like, if you're animating and you want to see sometimes it helps to see the names of all the bones that you have. And other times it's not helpful. Turn those off. Okay. Let's turn that off. Okay, so I believe in here I was just visualizing what should happen to the suit. So part of what part of working on this, I use 3D Code. You could use Blender too to sculpt, and we've done that in the past. But let's see what else we got in here. And 3D Code is a pretty cool sculpting program. It's a good ZBrush alternative. Okay, it's loading. Okay. I like to use 3D Code to do retopology on meshes. It's a little bit of an arduous task, but I mean there's automated ways you can get this done. And I know with so this is where things like certain kinds of AI in the program would definitely help. I think they may already have things like that. I know there's dedicated programs for retopering. One that I know of is called TopoGun. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so to get it in, this is the inside. So we could take the cool thing about visualizing things, like at first, we have the regular character, and it's like, let's split that guy and let's have the interior be interesting. And that's what we come up with, and this is what we came up with the interior of it and how the person fits in here. And we'll totally, finish this off and get this going, in a little bit here. I believe that right now we should segue over and see what Spencer is doing, and we call that an epic showcase. So let's go ahead and see if we can get Spencer on here, and let's check out this plugin for Blender before I go too off the beaten path into other things. Let's go. Okay, guys. Hey, how's it going? It's me here. I'm gonna give Spencer a call and see if he comes in here, and let's check out his let's see what his plugin is about. Let's give us a second, guys. We gotta set things up here a little bit. Hey, Spencer, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hear me?
Oh yeah, perfectly. Are you ready to walk us through this this new plugin that you made?
Sure. Did you want to do the going into it blind first, or did you want to do the talking about it first?
Yeah, you know what? Let's do going into it blind first. So I'll go ahead and I'll get it on my system here, and I'll use it, and then maybe we could segue over to you. Would you be able to
Okay.
to do like a showcase on your side?
Yeah, I can set that up.
Okay. If not, no big deal. Let's see here. Give me a second. Okay. So should I start with an empty scene?
You can do whatever. Yeah, maybe start with an empty
Start
scene
with empty
first.
scene? Okay. So let's go ahead. Oh, maybe I should have saved that, but hey, this is how it is, right? So we jump in here, and so Spencer, before we move on, do you want to, just for those that don't know who you are, would you like to introduce yourself real quickly and like the things that you
Right.
do? Yeah.
So I'm Spencer. I do a lot of add-on development. I've been trying to do more artsy stuff as well, but I'd say the coding takes just so much time as well. But I've developed several add-ons. Some of those have been shown here, like Light Painter, NView,
Yep.
Proxy Plus. A lot of them around optimization, which I think was kind of my way of trying to better understand Blender of how it works and how it does things under the hood a little bit. And I'd say this add-on kind of takes advantage of that a little bit of how things work under the hood. But I'll leave it at that for now.
Yep. Okay, so let's dive in here and let's check it out. So first thing is, if you have an add-on, you should enable it here. If you go into preference, edit preferences, and under add-ons, I have kind of installed it already, but what you normally would do is to come right up here. I'll just in this section, and then you click down here and you go install from disk, or if there's a place online, I think you should be able to get it also within these menus, maybe a repository, but for now we could get it from there. And I installed it already, and it's called Default Cube. So here's the add-on. Okay, so Spencer, I'm here with Default Cube, and should I go ahead and start game, or do you want to walk through some of the, and you notice there's some custom settings? Should we deal with that as yet, or
I'd say just start with just running the game first.
Okay.
The settings do show some of the haunts as well, so
okay.
but yeah, you can just start the game and go from there.
Okay, let's go ahead, start game. Ooh, please add me to your scene. This is pretty cool. Yep. Wow. Okay. All right. So, oh, wait a minute. Should I have? Let's. Okay, let's go ahead. Should I just go ahead and model or just do something?
So yeah, just continue working as usual.
Okay. Let's go ahead here. Just making houses, guys. That's what I do. Make houses. Okay, and let's just come here and let's just say just want to add another little cubey guy here. Let's, okay, a little garage. Let's see here. Oh wow, it's like I'm not able to move that there. Ooh, that's weird. Next, let's do that. Okay. Guys, don't judge me in this house. This is I'm just going. It's like, what kind of house is this? Like, okay. Okay, so I don't know if it's me, but can I see the grab?
I say I think
Grab the Z.
there might be a bug.
Okay, it's okay.
That's my fault. So I think
You want?
you'll have to just
Would you want to show what it is on your screen?
so I think it's with the default cube. I think just delete what's currently there, re-add the cube, and just wait for like
Okay.
10 seconds.
Okay, so this was currently there. Okay, I'll do that, and then I'm gonna re-add the cube. Okay.
Okay. Let me move the cursor. Double check something.
Okay. Let's see. No, guys, if any kind of weirdness is happening, remember I'm on Linux, so it could be totally my fault. How about Spencer? How about would you wanna probably do a screen?
Yeah,
share?
maybe I should.
Do a screen share this kind of show.
Yeah, I should demo it.
Probably.
I'm guessing with how it's detecting the default cube got missed randomly. So and that's something on my end. That's okay, guys. That's what we're testing.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a live show, so this is where
Actually,
we have.
maybe one more thing I could try of go back to the preferences and then just restart the game. So just click the play button again and
Okay,
one more time.
let's go. See here.
So you'll know when it starts because it did kind of start, but then I think it just failed to realize there was a cube already.
Or you know what? Maybe because my Blender starts up without a cube. Like I already have it deleted. So,
Yeah, I think it was also because you edited it so quickly. I think it failed to miss it, but I need to have it handle that better. But that's good. I need to have it handle better. Let's see. I should do a pop-up or something.
see here. Can I add a Suzanne head? Let's see. Probably move him. Ooh. Okay.
Let me. I'm guessing it's something on my end.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You want to do a screen share real quick, and maybe we see you do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get set up on my end.
Okay, give us a second here, guys, and we'll get to it here. See, you know what? Too. I wonder if it's because I have 3D code in the background. I know some 3D programs don't like to share resources like that. So let's quit this. I'm gonna just shut Blender down and let's start back one more time. Okay.
Yeah, maybe add the cube first and then start the game.
Yep. Let's go ahead. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay. That's the one thing I'm not seeing is being able to grab the handles right off, but it's okay. Let's see, we add another one. Okay, so maybe we go to your screen. Spencer.
Okay, yeah.
I think my Blender guys is like all tricked out, so like I think that's probably what's happening. Like my shortcuts are different and everything, so I'm not sure if it's like there may be a conflict.
Yeah, I mean, it showed your console for a second. It didn't look like there's errors, but
No.
yeah, I'll double check stuff on my end. But
Okay.
do you want me to do it through the screen share
right
or
here.
just camera? Okay.
Yeah, there's a screen share right here, and I'll be able to put it up on the screen.
Let's see, screen share.
Okay, perfect. Let's see here. I'm just gonna go full screen here.
There you go. Okay.
Let me see if I could.
So yeah, this is what's supposed to show up when the.
Okay, one second here. Let me see if I can get it even more full screen. All right, guys, I'm going to switch over so we could see what Spencer has here. Okay, there we go. I think this might be as full screen as I could get here. Okay, Spencer, you want to go ahead?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, this is what's supposed to show up. Is that there's a little dialog box. So it's that the cube will start talking back while it's still alive. And then as it may be doing different stuff, it'll ask different questions, things like that.
Oh, nice. Are you? Are there other default cubes there?
Then of course, if I think I
He's
have.
scared. He's scared because you're gonna delete him. Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
So if I delete them,
Rest in
this comes
peace.
up. Make sure
Whoa.
I'm. Oh, so you heard? Okay, you heard the sound.
Yeah,
That's good.
that's cool.
But then so I'll just keep working as if nothing's happening,
Yeah.
and then. So it'll start talking back, as if kind of beyond the grave. So I'll just keep working.
Okay.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, what?
Making like a snowman. Let's see.
Did it just do a meme? No, it's
Nicolas
a
Cage,
picture of
yes.
Nicolas Cage as Superman that should have been, or that could have been.
Um,
No, actually, they did do that version of Superman, Nicolas Cage, and
yeah, I don't think it finished getting made, but goodness.
they
So that
showed
that
it
was
in the
not an
Flash, I
actual
think.
door.
Wow. I like your snowman.
Oh,
Oh,
now I can't click anything.
oh,
Oh, there it goes back.
okay. Wow. All these meshes. Simple. What? Oh, wait.
Won't need to delete it.
Wow.
There's another one. But so it's like that. Like as you work, it kind of is half trolling you, half not. There he is again.
Which movie is that one? I can't remember.
I don't know
Is
actually.
that season of the? Is that season of the witch? Oh no.
I don't think he was in The Witcher, um, but so yeah, it's kind of like these different types of the ways of
Wow. I have some.
changing things as you go around. Let's
Just
see
keep
if
in
there's a
this
couple
thing.
other ones.
Oh.
That's probably the most annoying one. But see if I want to.
This is awesome.
Oh, there it goes.
What the? Oh,
There it
he's
goes
playing
back.
tricks on in the interface. How did you do that? That's
Mhm.
amazing.
That one, that one I kind of found almost by accident. But yeah, I was able to replace the menus, which was really fun. Let's see.
One man, one desire.
And some of these sounds weren't included in your zip file because I was wanting to slim things down, but because it's on my repository, it includes the other changes too. So this was
Okay. I like
way
it.
more often that I would have given you.
There's a knock on the door, Spencer.
I would say that wasn't from my room.
I think it came for the snowman.
Oh my goodness.
What? That
Another
default
gasp.
cube is. He's stalking us.
But yeah, it definitely. I've definitely jump scared myself using this. So let me see. There's a couple others I want to. It's like.
Are there any jump scares in here? There might be.
I mean, the sounds are probably the most jump scary. I think, yeah, most of the other stuff doesn't really scare you. I guess like some of the images could, but yeah, there's a couple others I'm hoping come up. They haven't come up yet. It's like semi-random, so it's like there's the unclickable again. So it's like it's random, but it also ensures that things don't just repeat too much.
Okay.
So that's kind of the idea, but.
So what kind of
Oh, there it is.
Oh wow! It gave it like completely like the soft emerge look. This
this
is
full light
amazing.
mode.
Full light mode.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that's the idea of the type of haunts and stuff it'll do as you
Wow.
work.
It's completely haunting Blender. Just having this default cube in here.
Mm,
That's amazing. Wow, this is great. You know, I could definitely see streamers like myself using this just to kind of spice things up. I know one
yeah,
streamer in
exactly.
particular would love this. You know, and should I
Yeah,
say the person's name? I think Boom. I'm gonna say name Boom. I'm naming you. I think Boom is gonna love this. Like,
I'm trying to think of
well,
reached out to
anybody.
a because I reached out to a couple of I think Pixelfire, Tiny Naki,
Okay.
um, reached out to a couple others, but most of them just didn't respond. I mean, I'm
Right.
I'm not famous in any Twitch way, so I'm not like expecting anything in that way.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I will say like for a while I didn't know what to do with what to do with this add-on. I could have my face if that's better.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough.
We could swap to my face just so it's not a snowman this whole time.
Yeah, yeah, you could talk. I mean, I have a few questions. Like, one question I have for you is like, um, kind of like, what was the thought process? What was your initial thought process, you know, behind this or while making this? You know, just to kind of like lay that out. I know you've told me in many different ways, but just to lay it out, like it's for
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah, the
So,
yeah, in terms of the process behind it, initially it was just kind of like just the title was the idea of default cubes of the game and it haunting you, but like I didn't really know what else to do with it because I was like, okay, it haunts you, but like, what that is that it?
how
um,
you're thinking like what else could it do besides haunting, or you're thinking like how is it gonna
well,
haunt you?
I guess it's like, how is that interesting to a user? Like,
Oh, it's very interesting.
well, because I guess just like to a full beginner, that wouldn't be that great of like, great. Now the software that's I'm have a hard time using is now even harder to use. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
so, so like for a while, I was just kind of like doubting myself up of like, oh, there's no way this is gonna work. Like, whatever. Like, and I ran into a few other issues during development of like, um, some of the event simulation doesn't work. I think actually that's what happened on your end. I
Okay.
may have you test something
Yeah.
because it tests mouse movement, and it may be that something got weird on your end. But the idea is that it's supposed to detect where your mouse is on screen stuff because that affects the haunts and things like
Okay.
that. But for a while, from a coding standpoint, I couldn't figure it out because, um, again, Blender explicitly tries to prevent certain things from happening. You know, from a
Right.
security standpoint, it doesn't want to have the add-on have full control over everything, right?
Right. Also,
Um,
it'd be kind of hack, like it's almost hacking the software.
a little bit. I tried to avoid that as much as possible, partially because of so that way it doesn't crash on you and things like that. I
Right.
was running into that problem when I was developing it, and so I would intentionally try to make sure that it doesn't crash things or like it doesn't like prevent autosave like some add-ons do, where it just has something running in the background forever, and therefore it kind of prevents it from happening.
Yeah.
Um, but trying to think what else. But yeah, so I'd been working on it for a year, and then just recently I kind of had figured out how to do a lot of the haunts and everything, and that's what brought it up to now of trying to actually get it ready for live streamers and whatnot. So,
Well, you know what, Spencer? I think I just got it to work on my side.
oh, good.
I think so, guys.
It's-
I'm just gonna switch over real quick, but I'll
Okay.
continue to ask. I have there's probably one or two more questions for you, Spencer.
Okay.
So let's switch over to my screen here, because it looks so much fun. I think it looks like so much fun. I think it just decided to work. So let's come in here.
Okay.
Let's go to my desktop. So yeah, here it is. So I saw it came up with. Whoop! I clicked away. I'm a little quick, guys. Oh,
Well,
what is
and with
this?
how Blender does
What is the
with
after
Blender,
like? What's that?
I would say with how Blender does the pop-ups, it's like if you move your cursor away
Yeah,
really fast, it just
it
disappears.
just goes away.
I
Oh
don't,
yeah, look at
I
that.
don't,
I didn't even know that. Wow.
and I didn't want it to be too intrusive at this stage, but anyway, that's the why behind it. But I'll let you keep going.
I'm scared. Buddy, you're gonna go. Sorry. Oh, okay. Well, I think that's up to where I got it there. But yeah, this
Oh,
is
did it air out? Okay.
yeah. I think it finally aired out, but it's fun. Let's go back. Let's go back to you. It that was it's amazing. So just off the top, like I'm seeing Spencer. I mean, if you want to go a lot more hyper, I think you could probably do it. Like literally, like I've seen some streamers using Blender, and they like put so much stuff on like the. I'm thinking about one person in particular. I mentioned their name before. It's Boom. It's complete chaos. Like he has like all kinds of stuff flying all over the screen, and I think maybe he's using Unreal also, and or her, or whoever Boom is, and it's amazing.
Right.
It's entertaining. So I think if you want, you could turn it up. You could turn it up. Probably a couple 3 notches on that. If you want to change some colors and make the words bigger. Hey, without like I'm just saying that
Right.
this is amazing. I would love to use this while streaming.
Um, yeah, there's several more haunts that didn't end up getting shown. And again, it's like random, so it's the over a long period of time you should be able to see them. But yeah, there's a lot more. But because yeah, there was I don't know if you caught it while I was doing mine of the cursor got replaced for a little bit.
I love
Um,
that.
trying to think. But yeah, there's a few other ones that I think will be more fun with bigger scenes, like
Right.
of objects being like hidden or moved around or whatnot. Um, but yeah, so yeah, hopefully, yeah, like it can get a lot more chaotic at that point. But
That would be the ultimate prank, especially an April Fool's prank. But it would be an ultimate prank for like a coworker to have that installed, and they're like working, and they're like, "What? What's going on here?"
Mhm.
That'll be completely. That's a lot of fun.
yeah, that was like when I was first planning it, I was thinking of doing it for April Fools. And so that was like the initial plan for it. And of course, the holiday came and went, and I was like, I'm not done with it at all.
No,
um, and so that's why I'd kind of put it on the shelf for a little bit. But yeah, it's taking Halloween into account, especially. But I'm hoping that it can, yeah, kind of be more of just like a general, yeah, pranking, kind of messing with your live stream and whatnot.
I think it would be a good gift for Halloween and for Christmas
Mhm.
to buy it for
Yeah.
somebody and give it to them, not knowing it's default Cuba, a new plugin from Blender, gifted from my favorite friend Spencer. Let's install this, and they're like, "Wait a minute," and stuff is going all over the place. That's just,
Exactly.
I think your
Um,
plugin is a smash as far as I'm concerned. It's completely
Thank you.
original idea. It looks like a lot of
Um,
fun. Streamers would love this. There's a lot of Blender
yeah,
streamers on Twitch. You
thank
know,
you. Yeah, and the plug for this is that it will be available on Superhive on Halloween.
okay,
So that's going to be the plan of if you want to get it. Hopefully, I'm going to get all the bugs figured out. All and make sure uh, xsinick shows me all the errors that he got, so that way I can figure out what that is. But
definitely.
um, that's like the bane of every programmer, though, is it works on my machine, but as
Right.
soon as you share it to other people, they're like, oh, it's not working on mine. So, um,
Yeah, I run
yeah.
into that with working on this game. Having it tested elsewhere, and there's
Mm,
all kinds of specs of hardware, and somebody probably is using integrated graphics, and why isn't your game working? I was like, what? So totally get it. You know,
right. Yeah. And with games, it's just so unpredictable of like,
Very much so.
because like with drivers and stuff that you have just about no control over.
And this is
That's why.
Default Cube, the game. Is that the official name of it?
Yes, that is the official name. Let me get. I say I do have a thumbnail for it. Let me
Yeah.
find it. This was also made in Blender. I like to make all my logos in Blender. Let's see.
Amazing.
There we go.
Okay. See if I can bring that up there, guys. May have to let's segue out here for a minute. Give me a second, guys. Let's see here.
That's true. You could just do it in Blender.
Oh, did you just post that to me, Spencer?
I DM'd the picture to you.
Okay. I think if I get onto that, it may kick me out of the. Would you be able to? Share your screen and show it?
I say I might be able to have it on my camera. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, should be share your screen there. That might work. There you go.
Difficulty.
Yep. Bam.
There we go.
I love it. I love the sketchiness.
Yeah, so this was actually my trying my hand at grease pencil as well. So it's like a normal 3D scene, but then I just kind of like traced on top of it. But yeah, so that's the
strokes look
that's
like
the
it's
official
alive.
tease of the thumbnail. Yeah, I was trying to go for that like scratchy horror vibe a little bit.
Okay.
Making things a little bit irregular, but yeah, it definitely kind of has a movement aspect to it. But
Well, again, if you're watching us here and you're checking, seeing what this is about, definitely Spencer's releasing this in the next couple days?
I guess next week.
Next week?
Yeah, on Halloween.
Yep, then next week, and you could where would someone be able? So you said Hive, Super Hive.
Yeah, so it's on the superhivemarket.com.
Okay.
I could put that in the chat so it comes up there too.
I can try to bring that up here.
But yeah, formerly Blender Market for those that are still used to the old name.
Yep. Yeah. Because I think they recently changed that pretty. They recently changed
it. Was it beginning of this year? They'd been kind of in talks about it for a while because having Blender in the name legally has some things they wanted to make sure they could get away from that at some point. So
maybe offer different plugins for different platforms, maybe other than just Blender.
Potentially, they've said they don't have any interest in going in it with any other apps at this point. Like they're planning to. But yeah, mainly just that they couldn't have Blender in the name.
Okay. I just did a search for you, Spencer.
Yeah, sadly, you can't search by creator. The only reason those are in there is because my name's in the description. But yeah, so that's my course on scripting, and then I had helped on the Scene Boost add-on for ViCube. But
yeah, well, go to Super Hive and search Default Cube the game, or Spencer. And I think by that time he should come up in there, and and you would be able to download it and see. But this is Spencer did a lot of very good production scripts that you could use in Blender to help with scene complexity and just general productivity type things. And it's amazing. I could have done with some of these like years ago, and even now I could still do it because, working on large. Because when you're working in game development, you deal with a lot of game assets, a lot of large scenes, and how do you manage all of that? In the viewport, and even sometimes you have to do cinematic renders and all that sort of stuff. And Spencer has a whole plethora of plugins that deal with all those things from lighting to object management, the full works. So yeah, you could see him here on Superhive, and also like in the last video, Spencer has his own website where you can get a link of we can see everything that he does, which I think is amazing. So yeah.
Yeah, do you have any other
Well,
questions around the add-on, or yeah, you
around
didn't get to play with it
default
too much, but
default cube, I think, is something that is needed for the streaming community because it's nice to kind of like break things up. So with using this add-on, see if like someone wants like a different picture in there, is that possible? Or like how is the so you have like the Nicolas Cage stuff, right? So what if someone wants to
yeah,
add in I'm just I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm thinking, how is that?
oh, of course. So yeah, it is customizable. If you still have it enabled, you might be able to actually open it up on your end.
Okay.
So if you go back into the preferences for the add-on, there's the custom settings.
Oh, okay. I see.
And so you can see the different to customize. You can click on the different folders, like with images, for instance, it would take you to the folder that the add-on uses. And so then you could add whatever images you want to that folder.
That is cool. So so it kind of exposes all the assets that you used for the base.
Right. So that way, yes. So with live streamers, if they want to do their own sounds or their own images, like they can tinker with that as they see fit. And of course, I had a lot of the memes in my demo. I can't have those included in the add-on by default because with licensing, I can't just have Nicolas Cage's face in the like when I'm selling it, for instance. So I have to be
In the promos.
careful with that type of stuff for licensing. Yeah. So it's baseline for what you get, but the idea is that with live streamers, they'd be wanting to add their own images or sounds or things like that.
Definitely. I would be totally using this. Why am I playing the quack one? It just called out to me. This is amazing. You have different themes. Okay. Cursor. Horn types. Okay, so you could specify. Okay, I only want images, or I just wanted to play with my meshes.
Right. So if there's like any haunts that, for a live streamer, they're like, oh, that's a bit too distracting or things like that, like they can swap it out. But yeah, so that's the idea behind that. Cause yeah, as I was trying to have another live streamer be able to show it. He wasn't able to do it, but that was like kind of when I realized of like, actually, that would be important to be able to to customize those. Because yeah, as you said, live streamers would love to tailor it to their own audiences. So.
Wow, that's wonderful. Yeah, this is amazing. Okay, yeah. Yeah, look out for this, guys. You could check Spencer's website, which we have right here. For information on that. You could also check our Discord, and keep an eye out on Superhive also. Where else, Spencer?
So yeah, it'll be on the Superhive page, and then I'll probably also put it on my own website as well, which is the spencermagnuson.com. I'll put that in the chat as well. But Super Hive, I believe, should be at least showing it when it goes live as well. So, but yeah, so you can use either of those or just search it on Super Hive on Halloween.
Amazing. Okay. Gonna. I'm just bringing up spencermagnuson.com here, guys. Look, so this is let me just show this real quick here. This is where you could go. This is like a link page, and I think like if you go here, it gives you you know, different things that Spencer's involved in here. So he has different some free extensions, of course the paid ones, and then he has a portfolio. So okay,
Yeah. So hopefully, if I remember to, the day of, I'll update the links page. That way it has it right at the top. So
wonderful. Okay. Well, all right, Spencer. You know, thanks again. You know.
yeah, of course.
You know, I would like to revisit this, and I would definitely be using it. And I'm trying to think of, you know, how I could like probably try to gift this and play a trick on someone. You know.
That's true.
I think it's gonna be fun also to gift it to some streamers who likes the chaos. You know, I at least have 2 streamers who I know has very like the chaotic thing and just to play around, including myself. One of them is me. So, all right, guys. Spencer, thanks for sharing this. It's amazing.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'll be right back, and you know, thanks again. BRB.
So why didn't I flinch? Because the laws of science differ fundamentally from those.
One for me, 2 for you, all for God Almighty. Jesus is alive.
Hey, hang on, you guys. I'll be right back.
Jesus inside of me. Emerald earth, sapphire sea, made of light. Jesus set me free. Emerald earth.
Hey, hang on, you guys. I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay, guys, I'm back. Hey, back as a green bear, back drinking coffee. Hey, we just checked out a really cool plugin, a really cool add-on. I want to call them plugins, but in Blender, plugins are add-ons and so on and so forth. You kind of add in on things. We checked out a cool add-on called Default Cube the Game by one of our community members. Actually, one of our um, admins called Spencer Magnuson. And Spencer Magnuson actually. Oh, is this music blasting? Spencer has a lot of industry experience, in the movie industry and that kind of thing, doing different things, and he develops plugins and they're amazing. So add-ons, excuse me. Hey, all right. So let's. I'm gonna jump back into Blender here, and let's. I just want to look through some of the assets that we have and see what's going on and that kind of thing. Let's do that. Let's go. Like after Spencer showed me that plugin, like I literally can't wait until he finishes that. I see like right here in the chat, like it still wouldn't allow people to post links here in this and here in Twitch. I'm gonna look into that. I think the add-on might still be here. I'm not sure. Oh no, I'm back to my regular self here. Let's see. We could have a default Blender. Let's come in here. If you come here and you could load, if you ever have like a Blender where you have like me, like a bunch of plugins and different shortcuts and stuff like that, you could come here in the file menu and you could go default and then go load factory settings and load the factory settings. I'm just gonna try Spencer's plugin one more time. Like I could just imagine, me using this. Let's go here. Let's go into the downloads. Default cube the game. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, start game. Oh, there's a readme. Ah, nice. Wow, this is great. So, let's see here. The default cube finally has its revenge. I guess I should have been doing this when Spencer was on. Oh no, Spencer, I'm sorry. Let's see. While this game certainly is chaotic, it is intended to be non-destructive. Ah, okay. So that's what Spencer was talking about earlier in terms of not interfering with what you're actually doing in Blender. This is cool. Couple rules: you can start and end the game anytime. Okay, that's cool. So it's already started. Oh, yeah. So again, guys, that's my Blender doing that. But yeah, all right. Oh my gosh, what a cool idea. All right, so let's see here. I'm just gonna go back. Okay, let's bring up some assets here. So I think earlier I was talking about, if you ever like lose, like image files and stuff, how you could retrieve that in Blender. So let's go ahead and just retrieve the image files. I did it one time and I didn't save because I was just excited to see what Spencer was coming with the, with the add-on. So let's just kind of get back what we had here real quick. Okay, so if you want to see, well, if you want to, load up images that are missing, you just go to external data, find missing files, and I happen to know I dumped everything in textures, which, well, most things is in there, and then even the hair, and let's get the face back again. Go back here into external data, find missing files, And I now know where this is. So this is in, let's see here, export. There we go. Let's go ahead and save this. Okay, and this is where the split suit concept was coming into. Split suit. Oh man, I have seen that Spencer showed me that default cube game. Like, I have so many ideas on it. It's like, it's not even funny. I'm afraid to say right here. I don't want to say. I don't want to say the ideas I'm having right here. Guys, help me! Help me! Quick! Somebody, quick! Help me change the topic. Can't get it out of my head. It's so cool. All right. Okay, let's take a look at other files in here. So we got that split. Okay. Sort by. Okay, so this is what we got. Oh, interior. Let's see what that is. Okay, so this is the base file that we sent out to 3D Code. Okay, just getting back in here, guys. Oh my! Look at this list. You kidding me? Look at that. Where were we again? All the internals. Oh yeah, we have like a complete internals. Oh, this suit. This who made this internal suit so complex? Oh, was it me? Uh-oh. All right. All right. So first of all, if you're getting back into the swing of things, if you're developing a game or anything like that, the easiest way to get back in is just to fire up what you have started with, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna fire up Godot. I'm gonna fire up the game engine, see where we left off, and also you should have notes, right? So there should be like production notes somewhere. So I have production notes somewhere. We'll take a look at it. A to-do list. Let's go ahead and see where we're at. See where we are at, or is that? Warming up, guys. So we're warming back up into our regularly scheduled game development. You know, where we're like just doing game development, right? Okay, it's loading, guys. It's a big level. So managing complexity in the Godot game engine, or in any game engine, like how do you go about doing that? Like, you know, it's almost the same as managing complexity in what's like a DCC app, in a design creation app. So like Blender or like Houdini or 3D Studio Max or Maya, it's the same things. If you could use instances to bring in complex meshes, and I think even Spencer has plugins that deal with this stuff, right? You bring, you know, mesh instances in as proxies, you know, which I think Spencer Magnuson has a plugin called Proxy Plus, which helps with that. And Yeah. So this is, you deal with the same way, but in the game engine, well, they call them prefabs, right? Like in Unity, they call it prefabs. I think here in Godot, it also calls it prefabs. And the bane of our existence, right? Their errors. You never stop getting errors until like you do the final release, and even after you do the final release of like your script or application or game or whatever it is, people still come in with bug reports. So you got to be open to bug reports. Okay, so I have this this level here, this test level. Let's load up the actual level 1 and see what that is. See where we left off with that. This is a refresher stream. It's a showcase stream and a refresher stream. So let's go load up level 1. Gotta get back into it, guys. Okay, so level 1 is loading. We're getting back in here. You've seen level 1 tons of times. I promise you we're going to move past it. Actually, we're actually working on level 2. I mean these go pretty quick, right? Creating levels, they go pretty quick, especially when you reuse assets. Okay, so this is where we left off. All right. Right, so one part of level, I remember now, so one part of level, there's another part of this level that's we are supposed to add in, and it's an extra extension. So let's see if we could fire that one up also. Extra level 1. Level 1 hidden area. Let's launch that. So we just actually, so sometimes that happens, you make a level and you want to expand it, and you have to think of creative ways to do it. So what I did was, let's come in here. So this is a refresher, guys. And we're going to get into, I'm going to try to stream a lot more often on these things. So right here where you see I have like these like simple meshes kind of set up here. It's just to show me that right here we're going to change this terrain to accommodate this new hidden area right here. And we have concept art on it. So I believe this part will be facing this way, and you'll enter into like that way. Right? And of course our guy should be all ready to go. So if we just launch this particular one here, we should be able to run through any, once we build a level, you know, the good thing about having, you know, like a character ready to go is that you could run through the level, see if the level works. If it's if anything is sticking, then you could go back into Blender and adjust things, or any other program that you have. Okay, it's launching, guys. Just throwing all the graphics into my graphics card. And it's loading up the app. Still loading. It's just caching the graphics. And normally it just loads immediately, but oh yeah, I also remember, like, sometimes when you have other 3D applications running, it doesn't like, it kind of doesn't like it a lot. So I have Blender running in the background. Come on, you can do it. Or maybe not. Hold on here, guys. Oh, here we go. Oh, you know what I did, guys? My bad. I actually launched the full application rather than just the... Okay, rather than just the actual level. That was my bad. Just loading everything. It's like, Nick, what do you expect me to do? You got a bazillion assets in here. I'm just gonna close this for a minute. This is, you know, happened to Spencer, happening to me. Applications do, you know, do get wonky from time to time. So according to what you have in your development environment, you know, aka your computer or your phone or whatever that is. Yeah, it doesn't want to do anything. Oh, it finally sees my cursor. It did it, and then I quit it. Okay, so now I think if I load it up, it will actually do it. Sorry, guys. Loading again. We'll get it. Okay, here we go, here we go. Here we go, yo, with the scenario. Alright, there we are, guys. I was like, for a minute there, I was like, I know nothing is broken, but... Okie dokie. Okay, we just have to get... See, the thing is, like, what I've realized with my own self, with, like, developing, helping to bring this together with, you know, with my brother and other people involved, is that you have to take things from the standpoint of the actual executable sometimes. You know, it's like, okay, you know, this is where we're at with the actual executable. And the executable is like the game, right? So I'm using the guide to explore this extension to that level. You know, you just look around to see if there's anything that doesn't work. Okay, so that does open. That's great. Whoa. Okay, so that had to be timed so that the character don't go like, the door don't hit the character and the character don't go flying into like outer space. Alright, so I'm looking at this, right? So I could tell, like, right now we need, like, some creases on the inside of this wall to make the movement of this door look feasible. There's no internal lip or ridge. There's a name for that, I forgot. There's no running, you know, there's no internal. So that has to be fixed. So sometimes what I would do, I'd come in game, and wherever these things happen, I would just take a screenshot and then mark it up, you know, for later to fix. Right. I mean, there's a lot of notes that has to happen here. Also, like, for one, like for me, if I was to, judge this particular place, I would say that the water that's falling into this basin needs to look a little more alive. Just a little bit more, right? I don't want it overly alive because that's not that could create problems actually. You just want the illusion of it being able, you want the illusion of the water just, cresting over the top, maybe some splash and some spray. So we do have that stuff. So all these are little notes. Biggest things for me is, of course, the props like the stones and the concrete, the concrete structure right here, and of course, the sky. The biggest things you see in the game is like things like the sky and the ground, and then the character comes up or whatever it is. So this character is definitely good placeholder. Keep him in there for the entire duration until the end. But we're doing the real design, as you guys can see that we showed in Blender earlier and in 3D Code. Okay, see that right there? I was able to see that, so that I'll have to look into that. I should not be able to run up to this, and I should be like maybe like right about here, and that starts to open. Let's see something. Yeah, so I reached it before it even had chance to. So maybe it starts to. Let's see how far it is. So I'm this close and it still hasn't gone down. Okay, so it's like about here. Because if I run, I'll like run, And plus, you know what? There would be a barrier for the door, actually. Is there? I don't think there's one right now. But I would definitely put that in there. Alright, yeah, so this is where we're at with this. I think this was the most recent level that was designed. Just revisiting, guys, revisiting. And of course the first level, feels much more complete, and that level has to. So actually what we were doing too with the levels is actually designing. We redesigned this part here, this portion here in Blender, right? So there's some other error came up about depreciation. So this portion here was redesigned in Blender. So let's see if we can make it to it. I can't remember like how to unlock some of these things, and maybe I should have like some sort of key that I could just run through the entire level without having to solve puzzles. But I haven't gotten to that point yet, guys. Let's just go. You should be able to just drop your character anywhere in the game and it just take. I mean, I literally could do that with this guy, but I don't feel like to do it right now. Well, let's do it. I'll do it. If I don't get the combination, I'll just drop him where I need to see. So let's have this first level launch here. Okay. It's loading up all the textures and everything's loading. Okay, here we go. Alright, play. Let's go. Yep, it's playing. What you're worrying about. Okay, it's loading. Alright, so obviously I need a loading screen, right? So that's a whole nother thing. There's several ways to do loading screens. I saw one low-tech way, which was which was pretty impressive, where the camera actually traversed almost the entire level loading it, and you have the graphic of, okay, let's go. Okay, we're back in action here. Okay, if we could just get through these guys, then we'll be alright. Okay, and obviously the enemy AI needs a lot of work, because if you hit somebody with a headshot, it should bring them down a lot quicker. But, you know, that's what the central processing unit is, otherwise known as your brain. Or, you know, to the robots, the central processing, the CPU. Oh yeah, let's go. And I have infinite bullets for now, just to be able to make it through. Okay, this is where I fail, guys. I should know the Bible like the back of my hand. Well, some parts of it. Okay, let's see here. What are they asking? Nevertheless, we according to his promise, look for a new heaven and a new earth. Yeah, definitely. I made this hard on myself. Why? Why, Nick? Why? Oh, why did you make this so hard? Okay, we gotta pick one. Can somebody help me out there? Which one is the right answer? And the fonts could probably be a little bit more legible. So, yeah, so some work. Let's see. You gonna pick that one? No, it's the wrong one. Okay, I'm gonna just drop him in. Actually, yeah, it's the wrong one. All right, let's just drop him in, guys. Okay, we're gonna drop him in. Okay, where's our main? Okay, let's player spawn. Let's bring him over here. That's just gonna save us all the headaches of trying to solve all that stuff. And that's the whole use of the player spawn. Okay, let's just put him on top. I'm not gonna save this, guys. I'm just gonna have him spawn on top. Okay, let's go. I just want to be able to look at the area that that is being changed in Blender. So there may be something in code where, like I have a little anomaly with the aiming when I move the player spawn from 0-0. So that's something I have to look into in code wise. I don't think it's anything to do with the setup, but we'll see. But this should spawn him in the position just enough for me to look around in that area without solving like all the puzzles to get there. And there also should be some sort of command where I can say all puzzles are solved and all doors are open, so I can just run through the entire level, right? But we're not there yet. We'll get there. Okay, guys, so you guys probably know that I've been working a little bit on a whole lot. Well, I've been working a lot on music, right? I've been trying to sharpen my music skills, you know, and that kind of thing. Okay, here is the character dropped into that area that we need him to drop into. Let's see if the movement is still good. Yep. I think it's just... Oh, wow, is the bad guys here already? Really? Oh man, we might be able to get around this. Because that thing is going to continue spawning bad... Yeah. Yeah, so there's something wrong with the positioning. Okay, so it's all good, guys. So I'm going to... let's just ignore these guys, because they can't kill us anyway. Whatever. Maybe I could disable the enemies. It's all good. They're just gonna be annoying. Okay, so this is where the change is gonna happen. For one. Oh, get out of here. This is where the change is gonna happen. Talk about slowdown. I think since then, I think the Godot game engine has adopted the Jolt physics engine, which gives it a physics speed boost. But I think there may be other like cool things that are happening in here that I could look at. Why aren't these guys navigating towards me? They're like, just stop right. Oh, I think as long as they can shoot at you, they're not gonna move. Oh yeah, it's gonna continue spawning a whole bunch of these guys. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, so let's check Blender here real quick. Okay, so you know we had the suit, so that's something we gotta work on. Where's the list? Is there a list here? Hold on. Go to notes. Okay, here we are. I did make a list. I made several lists. Okay, yeah, we're working on a transportation system. We're continuing to work on that. Oh my gosh, there's so much. You just gotta like take from the top most important thing, which I think is the character. So we gotta finish that. Had a character lockdown. And the combat system. I think that's the two biggest things. Character movement, combat system. Without that, you don't have a game. Okay, save gameplay. Gameplay, right? Did I put the combat system in here? The combat system involves many different things, like enemy AI, player action responsiveness, and stuff like that. The combat. I'm just gonna broad brush it and say combat system. That's a really broad brush right there. If you once you deal with code. Man, combat system, and under that, then you could pipe a lot of other like things. Combat system, like player. It's kind of like what do you call the player interaction. We have this in another chart. I'm tired of making charts, guys. We just gotta do it. We just gotta make the game. I'm gonna open something else in the meantime here. Let's open. Oh, this is the interior of the bot. This is the bot split. Oh, we were checking each of these things. Let's check out the suit interior. Oh yeah, so this is what we sculpted in Blender, and then we pushed that over into 3D code. Oh yeah, this is probably a lot more complete than I thought. I can remember. Okay, so that's in there. Oh yep, and look at that. I actually put the lady in there just to see how she would all fit in there. Wow. I was cohesive enough to do that. Okay, here we go. I mean, not cohesive enough, coherent enough. It's been a long day, guys. But a fun day. Okay, that's interesting. Let's come back in here and let's check out what we got. Okay, so the combat system, right? So this is like general gameplay, save system gameplay, player health system, core story events, right? Core puzzle events, core battle events, right? That's part of like the combat system, kinda. But but we could spawn like an event to say this is now happening, you know, like a one-on-one battle is now happening. We could say that in code when certain things are, you know, whatever. Core inventory system. I think inventory systems might be a little hairy, you know, so I'll just like kind of, you know, there might be like a real big thing. Core upgrade system. So that's another cool thing. So I don't know if these things might be like, it's a single player game. I don't know. But, you know, there definitely is come to be expected with some games nowadays. This pipe. Okay. So under the combat system, what do we have? Like, what? Combat system, right? Oh, is that how I'm piping? Like that? I'm piping. Piper. So old. So I'm sorry, guys. So the combat system has what does it have in it? It's a player. So it's kind of like player attack. All right. So this is important. It's like, Nick, didn't you have this already? Yeah, I have it written somewhere. I'm just bullet pointing it here. So this is player attack system. Yeah, that could like have a whole nother thing on that. Oh, what's the other thing? Like enemy. So the enemy attack system for sure. You know, that exists in a flowchart for sure. And of course that ties into health and all that sort of stuff. Player health system. There should be enemy health system in here. System of health. Right, it's just basically the structure of like what triggers what, who does what when, or whatever. You kind of gotta get that in your head so you know how to like code that. Whew. Alright, so under these headings we'll have even more stuff. Okay, so what do we have? A unified transportation for level to level travel. Come on, something that makes sense. We do have that. Let's pull that up. Pull up that model. I think I'm gonna leave this like I'm so accustomed dealing with like production files in the past where you have to hide like the complexity of it so that the file opens. But I think this should be fine. I'm accustomed to 3D Studio Max. Let's see here. Transportation system. Wait a minute. Under characters, okay, these are the characters that we have so far. That's what's going on. Okay. Then levels, vegetation. Why don't I have a vehicles folder? Like, really? Come on, Nick. Yo.
It's Roar underscore just followed.
Yay! Thanks for the follow. Woo! That's awesome. It might take you a little while to say hello, but you know, bear with the countdown. It's just 10 minutes. But how are you doing? Glad you're here on the stream. Xsinick, you want to say konnichiwa to Itza?
Konnichiwa! Konnichiwa!
Okay.
Konnichiwa!
Nice. Okay, so where's the transportation system in here? So let's totally get a transportation system. So utility effects, vegetation. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, Blender assets. Are we in working? Yeah, okay, here we go. Characters, weapons, objects. Is it in objects? Why isn't this up front and center? Prototype utility. What is utility? Oh, that's literally utility. We have vegetation, energy effects, levels, weapons, objects. It should be in objects. What's going on here? What is going on? It should be in vehicles. There should be a vehicles thing. Oh, common models. I'm gonna have to change that folder. Okay, I found out where it is, guys. Let's get it. Okay, common models, transit system. It should be in vehicles. We're gonna change this. Here's the transit system. Let's open the entire thing up. And the rail. There's work to be done, guys. Work to be done. Oh, I made some notes. Temp gate level. Okay, so I see what I did here. I just took this level, I took this gate and I placed it in every level. Yeah, boy! Big up for notes. Okay, so we did have all these levels and we placed this gate in to see how it works. That's what we did. And then we have the actual thing here. Okay, back on track. And then this here is okay, so this is a loading scene, right? And what that is that while the scene is loading, you should be traveling in your train thing along here, right? And it's basically a rotating. See, Control R, Z, R, Z. Really? Or Y maybe? Or X? Yeah, whatever. It's rotating. See? Really? I can't rotate that? What the? One touch and it's gone. Yeah, let's reopen this. Open recent transit system and don't save. There we go. Solved. We got it. Okay, here we go. Let's see how this is saved. Okay, rail. Okay. So I want to test this out, so I'm just gonna go to the top view here. Whatever, the cursor doesn't want to do its thing. gonna just put a temporary thing in here. Check it out, like that, and then zoinks. Make it kind of big. I'm just gonna merge these, not merge it, but you know, link. Yeah, because I want to see it rotate. That's. No, you can't do that. What? Okay, because of the. Okay. Whatever, but I know what I mean. We got it. Whatever. What am I doing here? I am trying to see if my loading screen, my loading scene is working. Okay, let's just try that one more time. Okay, here we go. Right here, so bam, bam, right there. You duplicate and just merge, convert, bam, and merge, bam. There we go. Cannot escape. Haha, we got it. So just gonna come over here and just make sure that this is in the middle of the actual geometry. There we go. Okay, so we could test it. We could test it. We could test it. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep this like this. Now I'm gonna rotate on the Z. Rotate Z. There you go. It's a cool loading screen. Produces himself. There we go. So between levels, this is what is gonna be there, and then it's gonna load. And the character is gonna sit in the middle. At least that's the hope and dream. We'll get there. Hotness. All right. So enough screwing around there. I'm gonna save this. So we do have that transit system, and we're working on the ship. This is also the beginning transit system. It's open. That's the dropship. We have a Dropbox, dropship. Weapons, objects, common models. This is dropship right here. Dropship details. Let's open here. Okay, so we did put this into Blender, and we were trying to work on the Blender, excuse me, into 3D code. And we're about to add details to this guy. So that'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, there's a ton of work to be done. What should we do next? I think we should finish this guy. Put this guy together. Because this is the opening, you know, it has a somewhat big part to play in the game. But definitely we're going to focus on getting the girl's suit finished up. And girl suit finish up, doing the combat. Yeah, for sure. Which involves finishing the interior of a suit. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna finish all that up. Make sure she's squared away, the character's squared away, then jump into the enemies, make sure they're squared away, and then everything else is peripheral that we're gonna spread out to that. So so from here on, working on this. The priority list, right? So you need a priority list. Make sure everything stays on top. Okay, so this is characters and this is to do, right? So let's come here, So all these are to do, but let's put like let's put like something to the top. Alright, so we got these things. Let's cut that. Let's put these things on the bottom. Alright. Unified travel for level to level travel and vehicles. Of course, vehicles. We put yes, that's the drop ship. Alright, we no longer have to put question mark on that. I think that may be one motor vehicle, but that's fine. Put dropship. Okay. The character models. Yeah, character models for gameplay, character models for story. They're kind of interchangeable. So this is our to-do list right here. These are characters. These are priority actually. Make a priority. Whoa! Hey, it's a raw. What's up? What am I doing? So I'm working on So I do game development, and I'm working on a game project. You know that it's kind of like a little bit of a passion project here, and what I'm doing here is just kind of organizing so that we get back into creating assets for the game. So it's a raw, you know. Hey, how's it going? We do Blender on here. We do sculpting. We make music. Like some of the music you're hearing here is what I make, and we do drawing. What kind of stuff are you interested in? What kind of stuff do you like? Yep, I sculpt in Blender. I mostly sculpt in 3D Coat. Have you ever heard of that one also? Oh, you've heard of 3D Coat? That's awesome. Yeah, so I sculpt in Blender and in 3D Coat. I'll show you something here for a minute. Give me 1 second. Am I pronouncing your name correct? It's a raw. It actually sounds kind of cool. It sounds like a rap thing. It's a raw. It might be rap. It might not be rappy. My bad. Yeah. What do you think about his name, xsinick?
Cuteness over 9,000!
Yeah, xsinick think your name is cool, so. Can I spell priority correct? There you go. Okay, so this is the list we're gonna go off of, guys. Right? So let's just save this for now. I'm gonna make a sub list on here, and these are the characters, right? And so let me show you what I've sculpted in Blender. And I'll show you the same thing in 3D Coat. So Blender sculpting is amazing. You know, anybody could get Blender and you could sculpt in it. It's fun. What kind of stuff do you like to sculpt in Blender? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, ZBrush is definitely the Photoshop of sculpting, right? Definitely. If you're a ZBrush user and you're coming over to Blender, yeah, Blender is pretty nice. You know, and you don't have to leave ZBrush, you know, you could still use ZBrush. You know, it's good to like broaden your tools. But yeah, definitely but I think doesn't ZBrush have like a subscription thing? I think a lot of people like Blender because it's kind of like free and you can kind of use Blender that way. So I do sculpt in hold on here. It's the wrong one. I do sculpt in Blender. But I like 3D Code a little bit nicer. A little bit better. Okay, here we go. I think it might be this one. Actually, it's not this one. Hold on. It's the other one. Yeah, this one here. So, I sculpted this back piece here. I started sculpting it in Blender. So this is internals of a suit that I'm working on here for the game, and I'll show you here. So I started kind of like sculpting in Blender, sculpting out the details and stuff like that. But when you're sculpting in Blender, and I think even in ZBrush to some degree, you kind of have to like keep track of like how, you know, the detail level and that kind of thing, which is great. Most sculpting programs you got to do that. But in 3D Code, I'll show you the same thing in 3D Code. I was able to do this. You know, I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying it's just different. It's loading up. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so it's not better, it's just different, and you know, so I was able to bring the same thing in. Actually, let's hide that, show this. I was able to bring the same thing in and just add, you know, a little bit more detail in here without having to worry about stretching and polygon, you know, like the density of it. So it's kind of like, so 3D Code is kind of like ZBrush in that way. It's not heavy topology for a game. Yeah. So this is like, you know, sculpting, and then like I do the retopo, the light topology, like right, what you're seeing right there. I started to do it here in 3D Code. So that's what you're seeing right there. You know, so in the end, this would probably be like a normal map, like most of the detail in here. You know. And that's the part that, you know, a lot of people kind of like don't like to do, right? They don't like to really like sit down and do the retopo. I would relax here on the stream and just retopo by hand, but you could do it manually, and you could do it automatic in here. So like you could have 3D Code. I think even in ZBrush too, you could have it. You know, you could tell it, well, hey, you know, just retopo this the best way you can, and it'll do it. You know. And 3D Code does the same thing, but I like to be a little more specific when it comes to the characters, to the main character. But I totally had it, you know, automatically kind of retopo the bad guys, some of the bad guys. So. Because who cares about the bad guys, right? No, I'm just joking. I mean, I don't have to do it manually. We could literally just draw. You could draw like where you want the topology to be, and it'll just do it for you. Or you could tell it to just do it, and it will just do it with maybe like 2 clicks of a button, you know. Really? You do retopo in Maya? That's so cool. Yeah, that's ultra cool. I like that. Yeah, Maya is awesome. I like Maya. I think there's one other like there's another person on here. I think it's 3D Dir. He likes to use Maya also. I've used Maya maybe a handful of times, you know, professionally, and it's nice, you know. Maya is impressive the way it likes you could like the outliner in Maya was really impressive, and I think Maya is really good for animation. A lot of people say that, so I'll say that too. Hey, feel free to join our Discord and stuff and share some of your work. You know, if you have any like cool images or even if you need like guidance and stuff, there's some pretty cool people in there that, you know, help you with the whole Blender thing, sculpting thing. And certainly you could ask me questions on there, so you know. So if you're into Discord, feel free. If not, no big deals, you know, I'll be here. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Yeah, so like, you know, I know me retopoing would drive a lot of people up the wall, but you know, you could tell 3D Code just to do it without having to manually do it, you know. I do that sometimes, not all the time. What's the other like cool retopering tool using strokes? You know, you could just stroke where you you know, you could just draw where you want things to fall, like so. Do you use a plugin to retopo in Maya, or you just use the base modeling tools or whatever? I think there may be some plugins there. Nice. Yeah, the one thing I'm more like professionally outside of streaming. You know, I used to get paid to use 3D Studio Max, right? So, because of the industry I worked in for a little while, which was architectural visualization and stuff, and some commercials, so we used a lot of 3D Studio Max and that kind of thing. And because in architectural engineering firms, they use like a lot of Autodesk products. You know, and of course Maya's Autodesk, right? But that's where that kind of came from, and you know, I used to model and stuff and enjoyed it in Max somewhat. I used to scream at 3D Studio Max a lot too. But what happened is when I started using Blender, like all of a sudden I find like my modeling started speeding up, and I noticed most people who use like 3D Studio Max or Maya, when they start using Blender's modeling tools, like all of a sudden they're a lot faster. See, that's what I'm doing there is terrible. That shouldn't be right there. I'm literally creating an abomination right here. Let's see if I can fix this. See. I felt like following that shape, and I shouldn't have done that. So guys, of course I'm not gonna retopo this entire like internal thing here on stream. I'll do it off stream and I'll come back and show you guys up to where you know, I'm at with it and that kind of thing. Oh, you're on Discord? Okay, okay. Okay. Oh. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, you're just saying you're on Discord. Okay, there we go. Oh, there you are. I just said hello to you. Welcome. Feel free to look around and have fun. And if you have any suggestions on whatever, if you have like any ideas for anything or things we could do things different, just let me. Just let us know. You know. We have an admin called Spencer Magnuson. He's a industry professional. You know, and you know, he has a lot of knowledge in like production techniques and stuff like that. You know, and you know, all round cool guy that develops plugins for Blender. So if you have any Blender questions, do you have you tried sculpting in Blender? I don't mean to bombard you, but just kind of new friend, being excited, talking to you right now. Oh, okay. Okay, well, it's pretty interesting. I'll show you. I'll show you a little. Are you up? Are you up to look at something real quick? I could show you a little something in it. Oh. Okay. Before starting studying. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, ZBrush. Yeah. You know what's the funniest thing? So like there was a program called Sculptress. Oh, okay. Maybe in the future. Oh, okay. What were you gonna use ZBrush to do? I mean, because you could use it to do a lot of things, like just like 3D Code. You could use it to do like some people use it for medical like stuff. Some people use it for like hard surface stuff. Like I do a lot of hard surface and sculpting. Or you could use it for humans. Creature modeling. Oh yeah, that's awesome. I love that. Yeah. Creature modeling. Yeah, that's great. You know, we actually had a creature modeling segment here on the stream some years ago called what was it called? It was like was it 10-minute dragons? It was something dragons, and we would like every stream we would try to model a dragon in Blender really quickly for like, was it 1 hour dragons? There you go. I even had a opening for it. Would you be interested in a segment like that in a stream? We would take like 1 hour and we would just try to model like the coolest dragon ever. You would like that? Go on YouTube and check back some of my other streams. You'll see it in there. 1 hour. I wonder if I have the guys. You just remember 1 hour dragons sculpting in Blender. 1 hour dragons. That's literally what we did. Man, I should have stuck with that. That would have been right up your alley. Let's see here. You like creatures, right? And my dragons look different, right? So my dragons are not like, my dragons are like, basically dragons are dinosaurs, basically. Speed sessions. It was chaos, dude. It was fun though. Let me see if I could find that. You're absolutely correct. But you're correct though. Let's see here. Where is 1 hour dragons? Oh my gosh! There's a logo for it right here. You see, look at that. That's for you. We should totally start it because of. We should start that back because of you. Hold on. Where is the? Dragons are aggressive, my friend. Absolutely, absolutely. Where is that? Do I have the 1 hour dragons? Oh, yeah. You guys ready? Hold on, let me pause the music. If you've been watching the show for a while, you guys will remember this. This is just for Itza. And you know what that noise is? That noise is like a dinosaur noise because dragons are dinosaurs. I used to preach about it all the time here on let's go. Guys, we're gonna bring back 1 hour dragon sculpting. Okay, that's enough there. That was so much fun. Oh yeah, and you know what? Let's open some of the Blender files. Hold on. Okay, I'm just gonna execute this here. Hold on. There you go. Alright. That's terrible topology, by the way. But it's a good start. As I said, it was chaos, right? So don't expect anything earth-shattering. But you know what? Let me show you this. Let me see if I can get this one dragon that I did in 3D code. I wonder if I still have it. Think, Nick, think. Don't let. You know what? Let's open a 1 hour dragon. Open. Don't save here. Okay, let's check it out. Let's see, work files. Hold on here. Okay, stream, graphics. I know I have the files here. It's just like where exercise show elements, game design, epic showcase, backgrounds. Hopefully I didn't get rid of them. Oh, tutorials. It should be in here. Hold on, guys. Blender. 1 hour dragon sculpts. Here we go. Just search dragons, you'll find. Yeah, you're right. I should have. I found a folder. Look, we did up to 4 episodes, guys, of 1 hour dragons. Let's see the first dragon. Oh, this is the mascot. There we go. So this is a classic dragon from a painting, I think. We didn't finish him. So this is like a medieval dragon, right? It's not like... So there's different kinds of dragons. I don't know if you're into dragons. I'm not really into dragons that much, but I just end up learning about it because of like the title. But dragons are basically dinosaurs, guys. You know, they're the same thing. It's not... Before the word dinosaur, people called dinosaurs dragons. So like Triceratops, Tyrannosaurus Rex, those are all dragons in medieval day, you know, like back in the day, right? They call them dragons. Just recently we start calling them dinosaurs, you know, because we differentiate, and all of a sudden now dragons feel as if like they're mythical. But anyways, that's just my 2 cents. The creature group. Yeah, so I do all kinds of creatures, but I don't do like not as yet. I try not to do too many like demonic looking things unless it's a bad guy, you know. But yeah, we could sculpt stuff. Let's see here. That was the first guy. Don't save. He was supposed to be the mascot. Oh, let's see here. Open. Oh, is that empty? Oh, for some reason, 1 is missing. Oh, I remember this guy. Oh yeah, so there's different sculpting techniques. So if you're from, I don't know if, oh wait a minute, you said you weren't that familiar with ZBrush because you did it one time. So ZBrush has something called Z spheres where you could kind of like mock up like a creature. You know, if you're doing creatures, you can mock up the form of the creature with using Z spheres. And okay, cool. I didn't catch you. Yeah, okay, I got you now. I got you. My bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, so Z spheres. So you could have almost the same workflow. Yeah, I love it. Absolutely. So there's almost the same workflow in Blender, and even in 3D Code there's a kind of Z sphere type thing. So in Blender, you know, we use something kind of like that to generate this guy, and then we start sculpting on it, right? I should probably make a playlist on YouTube with the 1 hour dragon things, guys. Let me know if you guys would like that. In episode 4, Aliosaurus. Did I give it a name? Whoa! Oh, did I actually? Oh, we actually did a. Did I do this? Where is this from? Okay, this is probably using some kind of technique. I can't remember anymore, guys. It was a year ago. Maybe it was like a projection where we took an image of a creature and then we projected it. Wow, yeah. It used to have, Blender used to have like a speed modeling challenge, SMC, speed modeling challenge. It used to have it on what was the name of that? That old chatting thing. I think it's still out there, but it's not Discord, but they had like I forgot the name of it, guys. But there was like a chat thing a community chat for Blender, where all the Blender devs used to be on. It's IRC. There you go, IRC, and they had speed modeling challenges, and we used to do that, like exactly what you said. We used to like go on there and give each other like half an hour to like, and then we would like, people will randomly vote on what to model in Blender, and then when you're done, you have to upload your render, and then people would vote on it in the Blender community. That was so much fun, man. I'm totally down with what you're saying there. Like, share the results on Discord all together. I love that. I think that's cool ideas right there. Yeah, this is what it looks like without the. And if you like ZBrush, I'll use a ZBrush like matte cap for you. There you go. We're in ZBrush. It's a raw. There you go. ZBrush red wax, right? yeah. You came to the right stream, man. I got you. So guys, that was 1 hour dragons. I'll show you what I also did in 3D Code as far as sculpting a creature. So this is more creature-like than dragon-like, but I call it a dragon though. I'll show you if I could find the thing. If I can't, I'll just move on. But it's like one of my favorite. I should just finish it. It's one of my more favorite creatures that I've done so far. And please feel free to share any of your images and stuff in the Discord. Just post. We have a section for like all things 3D and share your art, and just go right ahead and just dump stuff in there, man. Like we're totally down with that. Let me see if I can get the one, and then we'll call that it. I'll just show you this one thing, and that's it. I'm not sure enough. You just got me excited. That's all. Yeah, I mean, whatever makes you comfortable, my friend. The community is basically yours, so I don't lay claim to anything in here. Like literally, like the community is like whoever's in there. I just set things up basically, but it's all you. However you want to interact, it's all good with us. Whether you want to stay quiet or you want to be talkative like me, or if you want to share, if you don't want to share, if you just want to look at stuff, or if you want to ask questions or YouTube videos, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm gonna look for this thing. I hope I could find it, guys. This will be so cool. Let's see. Woo, where is this? Okay, I may have to do a search. Okay, I'm gonna have to take its advice and search my drive. Okay, let's do a search here. Okay, check it out. So it's a cross between a lizard and a star-nosed mole. Let's do a star nose. You can't write. Yeah, it's all good. You send it on the channel. Oh yeah, if I want to take a look, yeah, of course, yeah. I'm just gonna search for dragon. You think I would call it star nose whatever? Hold on. Let's do star and then nose. Okay. Ooh, okay. Do you want me to look at this on stream right now, or you would rather me do it privately, or what? Okay, yeah, let's take a look here. So this is a Discord here, guys. Let's see here, let's hide some of these things. Wow, this is cool. Whoa, you did this? This is awesome. Nice. Side Academy. Using the fur in Maya. This is cool. This is a Maya render, right? Major my first specialize. That's awesome. Yeah, I love it. Is it a snow leopard? I mean, it looks like a tiger. Yeah, a white tiger. I love it. The Japanese, traditional Japanese, what's that? Like a samurai outfit, ancient outfit. Oh man, that's awesome. Are you using Arnold? I love Arnold. Arnold renderer. Oh, Render Man. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, this is a concept art right here. Nice. Very cool. Yeah, you kind of use the tiger in there, and then you kind of put it for the head. And yeah. That makes sense. Oh, there's a video too? Let's see. Is there order in this? Oh, nice turnaround. I like how you put the light cases on the light cases in the kind of like studio. Wow, amazing, man. This is really awesome work. Pixar's RenderMan. That's so cool. I always wanted to use RenderMan, but I just never got around to like trying to install it for Linux and all that, you know. Oh, you kind of did a nice breakdown. Wow, this is a great portfolio, man. Like you really dove into how, you know, the thought process and how you know, go about making this. Yeah. Oh, very cool. Game, animal. No, it's just kind of like your board here of things to get it. Yeah, so, yep, to get it there. Love it. Very good. Nice. Yep. Yeah, cat's tongues are rough. Like for sure. I like it. Oh, is this Marvelous Designer in here? Okay, let's see here. ZBrush, yep. And similarly the clothes in Marvelous. Okay. Similarly Marvelous Designer, nice. Then refined in ZBrush, right? So you got the clothes and bring back into ZBrush and add some more sculpt detail to it. That's good. Yeah, this is nice. This is great work. And I like how you set up your page with a big expose on it, you know? This is definitely top notch. Oh, Houdini, nice. I've touched Houdini for like the past maybe like 15 years. Has Houdini been out that long? I think it's been out for a while. I've been touching it back and forth and just never like got like that into it, you know? But I definitely want to though. Like if it's any other program that I would like to use extensively would be Houdini. Yep. And so it's Houdini fur. Nice. Okay, so you got some IDs on the fur. That's amazing. So you could control the shading. I was about to ask you how you got the blood on there. So using Houdini for sure. Yeah, that's awesome. Great work, man. Oh, you're using Mari? Okay, you're my friend now. Mari. Okay, so you're going for movie level production. That's good. Yeah, Mari. I've installed Mari here on Linux also, guys. Mari is a head trip. But definitely if you want like very high. I know a lot of people they use Substance and stuff, and I think Substance is great. But if you were going for like, you know, like that, photographic quality texturing, which Substance do deliver, but Mari is definitely built for that, you know. Oh, wonderful. And this is like a little node setup and stuff here in Mari. This is great. Now, are you very comfortable working in Mari? Mari? Yeah, it doesn't explode when you have lots of layers. Yeah, that's what I was guessing because I was looking into because what I use like, well, you know, if I'm professionally, I would just use Photoshop and, you know, go back and forth with painting like that in whatever other programs or whatever. But other than that, 3D Coat, you could do painting in 3D Coat, which is what I use, which is what I mostly do. But you could also do that in Blender to some degree, you know. But to have an exclusive program for just painting, I was looking at Substance and I was like, you know what? For me personally, I would want to go like a higher level than that, like a little, and Mary came right on top there because I knew about the foundry and all their products, all the foundry's products and all that. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Okay, yeah, so you're coming in the gate swinging here, man. Yeah, for sure. You did the armor and props in substance. Okay, yeah. So you just did the tiger himself in Mary. Okay. Yep. Yep, and you're comfortable in Mary. That's great. Okay, and then look, yeah, do some look dev on everything. I know there was a couple other, like, if you're talking about like higher level, like, you know, effects and like scene creation. I forgot I know there's a couple other programs out there where you could combine, where you could pull in all of your assets and have like RenderMan render out from those programs. They escape me right now. I know at least, I know there's oh my gosh, I know there's one that I have installed here on my Linux box. You know how to use it on Houdini? Okay, yeah. Alright, yeah. Yeah, the other ones I was talking about is a little more look devy, and they're a little more like just piling like tons of assets and have RenderMan or Arnold just render it out. But yeah, Maya definitely. And Houdini definitely. Oh yeah, let's check this out. Not more. Wow. Yeah, and you do some light rotations on it. Wow. Let's go full screen. Amazing. Good work, man. How long were you working on this project, if you don't mind me asking? I don't know if you said before, but you know. That's the Houdini map. You're learning how to use it in Houdini. Yes, let's see here. Okay. The weapons. Yeah, like 6 months between learning and following the lessons. Yeah. That sounds about right, man. It sounds like it was fun too, right? Oh, it's your first one? Wow, what a nice first giddy up into, you know, into asset creation and stuff, and you know, character creation. And then there's a rotation on the armor. I love it. Very cool. Yeah, feel free to share all this, man. Like you could post images or whatever you got. Even if there's things that you're inspired by, like you had your whole mood, your look dev mood board and your idea board. You could post stuff if you want, you know, just to bounce off of other people or whatever. You don't have to, but I'm just letting you know that, you know, we're all about artistic and creativity and technical stuff also. He's just like the character from the Wu-Tang game. Yeah. So is this character in the Wu-Tang game? Yep. Is this character in the, or are you riffing off of the characters there? Is this character in there? Yeah, then I readapted the groom in Houdini using the guide deform method. Okay. Compositing. Yep, and using Nuke. Lovely. It's the blacksmith. I'm gonna look that up. I looked at that game, you know, and I was like, one of these days I'll play it. Just. Oh. Ah, I see. Nothing is wrong with taking inspiration, you know? Ah, okay. I like your version. Your version is pretty hot. Oh, not from, it's probably from the concept art, maybe? But, I mean, wherever you got it, it's awesome. You like using Nuke and stuff? That's great. Yeah. So I work in using Linux, so I try to get like free and open, not really open source, but like free and open source, and free as in coffee as not in beer or whatever. Richard Stallman. I'm just joking, guys. But you know, I try to look for like applications that I could just have on my machine without paying subscriptions and produce the same kind of work. You know, it's a little digging, but you could find some things out there, especially now than in the past. But Nuke is awesome. So the one I have is, you ever heard of Natron? That's like a free, it's like a different, it's kind of like how Nuke is. I know Nuke is pretty extensive though. So I use Natron for compositing. $10 seconds. Wow. This is good, man. Like, soon you put the layers together in a maple wood background. Okay. Yep. This is great work. You got comments there like, sexy, amazing work. Wow. Like, damn. And somebody's like, amazing work, congratulations. And I would say that it is very amazing. And xsinick would say what?
How interesting. Just look at that.
Yeah, that's what xsinick would say. Good work, man. I'm glad to have you in the community. Yeah. This is great. Wow, what a great stream. Okay, guys, you know, so wow, you know, join our Discord and you can get to meet people like It's Raw. And so okay, guys, I'm gonna call that a stream for now. And of course, when we come back to stream, you know that we have we're gonna get into getting the characters ready for putting into the game, right? We're gonna get the main characters ready. We're gonna get some of the enemies ready. We do have some enemies, but we're gonna get them to a point, and then the combat system, right? We're gonna get a core of this game down. That's what I'm gonna be focusing on. God willing, from here to like sometime next year, guys, right? In the meantime, if you don't know, and this is probably gonna be the last few times I'm gonna mention it, like we got some albums out. If you want to support the channel, check out some of our albums. I'm not sure. I know there's a lot of people out there that's not really that much into music, but if you just want to support your boy and what we do here in terms of creating, trying to create like, game assets, working in Blender, using open source tools, even checking out some industry tools from time to time. You guys let me know. Let me know if you want to see me use Houdini Apprentice. I'll check it out. If you want, Mari. I think I installed Mari one time and we tried to get into it here on the channel. I don't know if my trial is still there for Mari, but I'll check that out too. No big deals. We'll check it all out. All right, just let me know, guys. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Thanks for hanging out. I just want to shout out Spencer Magnuson again for that default cube the game. Guys, look out for that. I'm gonna be lasing with Spencer, and he's gonna have that cool game coming out this coming week, God willing. And it was very nice hanging out with him. Even though we had little technical issues, it's still gonna be a pretty cool plugin, you know. And it's a raw thank you for sharing your art. It's amazing. Can't wait to see what next you come up with, of course. But what you have right now is awesome by itself. Maybe you could do one with me and make me ultra realistic. I don't know. I do that with AI anyway, guys, you know. Or I could draw a realistic version of myself, guys. It'll take me forever though. But anyways, I'm ranting because it's late. Woo! Alright, I'll see you guys in a little bit. God bless. Stay tuned for some of the animations that inspire me. And if you have any animations or videos that inspire you, just let me know. Leave me a comment here in YouTube, here in Twitch, or in Discord. Just say, hey Nick, have you ever seen the short of this or that? And we could play it at the end of the stream. So I'm just gonna play some stuff that you guys probably see at the end of the stream that inspire me. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. God bless. See you later. It's Raw. Have a good night. Bye bye.
Long, long ago, we were the slaves of the Urgoth. And eventually, after much strife, we broke free. And so we made our walls high. And our convictions strong. Dangers. No one can survive out there on their own.
We found her last night in the jungle.
They said she must have been out there for years.
It's not possible. I always knew this day would come. A new beginning.
You won't get your son back. You have my word.
And yet, new enemies would be forged. A line would be crossed. Things would never return to the way before.
Where?
and you will see. Visions, Kelly. Your history. Your future. A life unlived.
You backstabbing rat! You sold us out! I never should have trusted you! She's in the middle of it. It's not possible.
The anthem swims through your mind. It knows you. It knows us all.